For Cincinnati, East Carolina had 4 players scoring in double digits. Balanced scoring is what their team needs. A big game, 22 points from Raven Johnson. So Coach Kim and the coaching staff looking for her team to have multiple double-digit scorers in the stat sheet.
Yeah, that was Raven Johnson's highest scoring game in over 3 years. And ECU with the home whites, and the Temple Owls sitting 7-6, 2-0 in conference play. Now they've had 4 games postponed from late December into early January. They are just now getting their sea legs back.
And East Carolina comes out in their matchup zone. They're really, really solid in it. You have to move the ball well. You have to shoot well from the perimeter. You've got to get it into the high post. They're long and they're athletics. They put good pressure on the ball, and the ball immediately goes into Mia Davis.
And a third crack on this first offensive possession, and a couple of free throws on the way as Tiara Chambers for ECU collects the foul. So Temple will head to the free throw line with Alexa Williamson.
East Carolina going with the large lineup tonight. 6'3" Chambers, 6'4" Tyler Bennett, some height around the rim.
And there's a look at Tanya Cardozo, 245 victories over her career, 14th season. She was a 14-year assistant coach under Gino Auriemma, was part of 2 undefeated national championship UConn Husky teams back in 1995 and 2002.
She's had so much success, and you can see the Gino influence in everything Tanya does. Tanya always says, go hard in everything you do. And if your team plays hard and plays with passion, that's the biggest compliment someone can give you.
And there's the starting 5 for ECU, and Tiara Chambers, who just picked up that first foul, is now on the bench for ECU. And the Pirates will throw it away. And talking with Tanya Cardozo earlier today, tough time simulating the pressure that her team is likely to see from the ECU defense. One of the top teams in America in terms of forcing turnovers. They forced 31 in that win over Cincinnati back on Sunday. And look at the starting 5 for the Temple Owls. There's the rebound cleared by Tyler Bennett of ECU, who's been a big force defensively on the inside for ECU. Takeaway by Clinton, and the look ahead to Williamson. And the first 4 belong to the Owls.
Both these teams love to get out and run. Transition is a big part of their scoring, creating offense with their defense. So transition defense is going to be another key in today's matchup.
And there's good experience on this Owls team, but there's also a lot of young, critical players for Temple. Jaisha Clinton, who's extremely quick, wearing number 1. She had that strip a moment ago. And Anaya Gordine, another freshman, a true freshman from Baltimore. They will get some significant minutes here tonight.
6 freshmen on this Temple roster, 9 newcomers. So a lot of new players as we see Tanaya Thompson with the pull-up and a great rebound by Temple, and here they go in transition.
And this is one of the freshmen, Gordine, steps right through, got stripped on the way up, and it will stay with the Owls with the shot clock at 25.
Naya Gordine running the point as a freshman, and Coach Cardozo just singing her praises of what a competitor she is, how hard-nosed, how coachable.
And this one is out to ECU. But this is going to be a tremendous 1-2 punch on the front line for the Owls with Davis and Alexa Williamson, the junior out of Pennsylvania.
Well, they are arguably the best post tandem in the league, but they give up a lot of height to this post tandem of East Carolina, as we previously mentioned. So it will be interesting to see who fares well under the basket tonight.
Alexia Rose tried to step through, lost her balance. The lead pass again for Williamson running the floor. And it looked like she got tripped from behind, but it falls out of bounds, and it will go the other way to ECU.
You can see the game plan. Temple Owls are trapping, double-teaming ball screens, and that's the second time that East Carolina has turned that ball over on that trap.
So Kim McNeil certainly concerned about the front line for the Temple Owls in her 3rd season on the sideline with ECU. 25-44 her record with the Pirates. There's the kick out, and this is Raven Johnson swirling in a 3, and ECU on the board.
It's a nice isolation play for Taz Thompson, but she can't get to the rim. Good defense by Temple, and what she do, she finds the open player for the assist.
Expect to see a lot of the offense from inside the three-point stripe. You're talking about the 10th and 11th ranked three-point shooting teams in the American, so we'll see a lot at the rim, and we'll see a lot of that as well. Mia Davis with her first points. She only needs 15 more tonight to get to 2,100 in her career.
On a beautiful feed into the heart of the defense. And another beautiful feed right there. Deja Green, nice look, great court vision for the transfer from Virginia Tech.
So Mosley the bucket, and a 2-point lead for Temple. And that long jumper that Johnson knocked down, initially a 3, changed to a 2, so it's a 6-4 lead for Temple. And this is the freshman Clinton, and nice look to the opposite post, and Alexa Williamson, who Kim McNeil said it is just going to be a big load for us defensively. And we talked with Tanya Cardozo, the Temple head coach, earlier today. She feels like she could go down as one of the all-time best players in Owl history. And Williamson is off to a terrific start.
Well, she's just so incredibly athletic, and she gets better with every game. And Coach Cardozo is saying if she maintains her focus and continues to gain her confidence, she could be one of the best to ever play at Temple. Patrick, that was the 3rd ball screen that was trapped, and the 3rd time East Carolina turned it over. They're going to have to find an answer for that trap, and that may be a pop out and a kickback. But right now what they're doing is not working. Got to make an adjustment.
Sania Johnson on for Raven Johnson for ECU. 8-4 is the lead for Temple. 4 minutes have gone by in this opening quarter.
Temple playing their patented man-to-man. They love to pressure the ball. They like to get up in passing lanes. You got to come up with some pressure release options, beat them on some back cuts. You can see how stifling their pressure is. They take vision away.
And there on the left block is Tyler Bennett.
Great pass by Sania Johnson, getting into the heart of the defense.
Clinton in trouble. Dangerous pass taken away by Johnson. Looks ahead for Tania Thompson, out of bounds. It stays with ECU, but there are the quick hands. There's the defense, whether it's full court man-to-man pressure or half-court trapping by ECU. That has been the Achilles heel for all of the opponents ECU has faced over the course of this year.
Well, you know from the scout that they're going to trap that ball when it goes to the corner, so you got to get it out of there quickly. You got to have some pressure release options.
Deja Green, the ball handler for ECU, started many games earlier in this season, coming off the bench now for the Pirates. And this is Mosley. And tracking down the rebound in the corner, but stepping on the end line as Shantae Taylor stays with ECU.
Emani Mayo, number 12 for Temple, another graduate student, been in the program for 5 years. She has drawn the assignment of guarding Tania Thompson. She is their best perimeter defender. Doesn't score a lot, but really a staple for them and an important piece on the defensive end.
They reset the shot clock to 20. So ECU has it under 5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. This has Bennett, plenty of room to fire. And I tell you what, the Pirates are looking for more post scoring, and Temple is certainly just not honoring Bennett anywhere in the mid-range. If she can knock those down, it's a different game for the Pirates.
It's a very different game, because then you have to come out and you have to defend her. And she can hit that 15-footer. I don't know if consistently, but right now proving that she can shoot it. And
it will stay with Temple when we come back. We are underway in Greenville, 8-all with 4:35 left to the first quarter. Came almost 2 years ago, 6-point win over the Owls. Now the Owls preseason number 5 pick in the league, ECU number 7. But Tanya Cardozo believes this team really has a shot in the conference tournament, and they're going to be getting back one of their key players here next week with Giselle Thomas, who's a 10-point scorer. And that one is knocked out of bounds and belongs to ECU.
She's got a talented freshman class and a lot of experience in the senior and the graduate class. So a great combination, she said, and they come together really well. So they get better with every game. Lots of potential to do really well in the American this season.
How about Bennett again? About a 17-footer, 6 points in this game for Bennett. Had 6 blocks in the win over Cincinnati. I mean, she's been a big defensive stalwart for the Pirates, but not much offensively. But that's maybe changing here tonight.
And Shantae Taylor coming into the game for the Temple Owls. She's in her 6th year. She's missed almost 2 complete seasons because of injury, and she was playing really well prior to that 2-season sit-out time. But she gives them another scoring punch off the bench that has some experience. As we see Thompson pull up for a contested, difficult shot. Temple doing a good job contesting every shot.
10-all. This is the freshman Clinton off the sideline. It's a rare 3 for the Temple Owls. Clinton shooting 27% from 3-point territory, and that's better than the team's average. Temple is dead last in the league at 25% this year.
And she's so smooth and composed. And we call her a freshman, and she's a freshman eligibility-wise because she did play last year, but because of COVID, she's got that extra season. So not a true freshman, a year of experience under her belt as Bennett battling again for the ball underneath.
Loose ball won by Temple. And here come the Owls looking for a little moderate transition. In it goes to Davis, lost the handle, got it back and missed a short shot. And another offensive rebound for the Owls.
Mia Davis is listed at 5'11", but I'd say that's pretty generous. I think she's lucky if she's 5'10", and you can see the height differential with 6'4" and 6'3" underneath for the Pirates. It alters her shot. It's going to make things difficult for her, and she may find herself away from the basket, attacking off the dribble, which she's so good at. She's so good everywhere on the court, but right now she's having some problems under the rim getting some easy shots.
Yeah, her size and her strength down there causes a lot of mismatches both for and against Temple, depending if you're talking about offensively or defensively. But talking with Tony Cardoza earlier today about the future for Davis. I mean, certainly believes that she is a pro prospect looking overseas, maybe to the WNBA, depending on what system she finds herself in, as ECU takes the charge. Well done retreating Deja Green.
Alexa Williamson getting out in transition, but great hustle by the Pirates to get back, get position, and take that charge.
Here's what ECU has done so far this year defensively. Second in all of women's basketball at the D1 level. Nearly 400 turnovers forced. 204 of those have been steals, and a lot of those 81 blocks belong to Tyler Bennett, who's had multiple 6-block games in the last few weeks for the Pirates.
They hang their hat on their defense. Last game, the win against Cincinnati, they forced 31 turnovers, but the bright spot of that was they scored 30 points of those turnovers. It's getting their turnovers and then converting them.
That's a 4-on-2 and a nice pull-up and decision there by Anaya Gordine, freshman out of Baltimore, in her first campaign with Temple. Owls lead by 5.
Good-looking freshman. She comes from the same high school as Mia Davis, St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, and it's a tough program. They compete, they play hard. 2 great players out of St. Francis Academy.
Gordine does collect the foul, her first. Williamson will check out for Temple. 6 early points on the floor for the first time as Kyra Wood, another true freshman sponge in this Owl program out of Buffalo, New York. Another turnover by the Pirates.
Great job by Mia Davis, heads up play.
Good job by Chambers breaking up that entry pass. Odd man break for the Pirates. A ball fake and a driving layup rattles home by ECU's Sania Johnson.
Sania Johnson, the sophomore, averages a little under 4 points a game, but so far getting out of the gate to a strong start.
15-12 Temple. And ECU switching to the matchup. Davis out of the corner, misses a 3, and the rebound to Raven Johnson.
She can shoot the 3, not shooting it at a great percentage this season, but typically has shot it fairly well. And she, as we said in the open, she can score from a lot of different places on the floor.
That foul charge against Jasha Clinton. So minute 16 to go, and Clinton picks up her first. Jalen Holmes, a 5'10" graduate student out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, transferred in from Norfolk State. She is in, replacing Mayo.
She was the leading scorer at Norfolk State last season. Just gives them an extra scoring punch. One of their 9 new players on the roster this season.
This is Raven Johnson, leaves it for Green. Off of the elbow, pulls up, crashing the offensive glass. Loose ball right into the hands of Chambers, but she's blocked on the inside. Look ahead, Clinton handles a tough bounce pass and settles it down inside a minute for this first quarter.
The best way to beat a zone, Patrick, is to beat it down the floor. And that's what Temple's trying to do, get down there before the zone can set up. For the most part, the Pirates have been able to get back, and here they go into a 2-on-1 of their own. And
blocked away by the freshman Gordine, and here comes Temple with 30 seconds left. Well, they've done a nice job retreating on transition defense. And that'll be a foul against Chambers of ECU. That'll be 2 early fouls on Sierra Chambers. And then we'll get Bennett right up off the bench.
That's a nice pass, a risky pass, but a nice pass in there from Clinton to Davis. Mia Davis will go to the free throw line. She's a 77% free throw shooter. So
Mia Davis, over her Temple career, has started every single game Tonight is her 126th start for the Owls.
And Coach Cardozo telling us not only is she such a hard worker, but she might be the most unselfish player she's ever coached. And not a highly recruited player. You know, some good mid-major looks, but because of her size and Coach Cardozo telling us, she goes, the one thing I knew is I didn't want to play against her. I love that. And she's the kid that fills up the stat sheet. She's going to give you a double-double every night. She's going to hustle on every play, and she's just had an incredible career at Temple that's not done yet.
Yeah, Cardozo saw her play a lot in the AAU ball and said she didn't do anything really great, but at the end, when he looked at the box score, she did the big things to win games, whether it's grab a rebound, block a shot, make a bucket. And she wanted to have her definitely on her team so she wouldn't have to be battling against her in the Philly region for 4 or 5 years. As a foul is taken by Michaela Willie with 6 seconds left in the quarter, but Temple is not yet over the limits. This will be a sideline out of bounds for the Pirates with 6.4 left.
Nice extra effort on the board there by Tyler Bennett, creating this last shot opportunity.
And Bennett hands it off down the lane with a second left. Shot blocked away, and that'll be the end of the quarter. Sierra East got her hands on that shot attempt, and Temple already with 4 wins on the road, including 1 in league play, up 4 on the road too. There are the 30 blocks. How critical is it for the development of this Pirate team to get scoring from Bennett and scoring from Chambers on the inside to help alleviate the pressure on Thompson?
Well, Coach McNeil's been saying all year, like 15 points a game from that combo would be nice. But Tyler Bennett, you can see, very capable and starting to look for her shot more from the high post, getting a little confidence in her scoring. Double-double from her every game would really give this team a boost.
Tonight, Thompson maybe forcing the action there through 3 defenders. She has not yet scored in this contest for the Pirates. Good harassment there. Help side defense from Alexia Rose forces the Temple turnover.
Well, you can see this is going to be quite the defensive battle. Both these coaches so defense-minded. East Carolina in their matchup zone, Temple in their pressure man-to-man. 2 different defensive philosophies, but the same focus as Tyler Bennett. A little bit out of scoring range.
There's a tough pass through traffic, corralled by the Pirates, and the possession saved, but 9 on the shot clock now for Rose out front.
And that's the back cut. That's the pressure release option that you need to use to get past this pressure defense from Temple. They're up in the pass-in lanes. You got to beat them back door, but nicely covered by the Owls, and there's another turnover.
Well, insult to injury, the travel against Rose, then she also might have taken a forearm across the nose. 6 turnovers now by the Pirates. And one matchup that we are watching when ECU is on offense is man-to-man as we get a travel there against the Temple Owls. Is Emani Mayo right now is defending Tanaya Thompson. And I mean, she is in her jersey, not given an inch of open territory for one of the most lethal scorers in the conference.
And Emani Mayo is an experienced defender, and she knows how important her role is today, and she is focused on Thompson. You can see she's not in help side right now. Her job is to make sure Thompson doesn't touch the ball. If you limit Tanaya Thompson, the leading scorer on the team, you're certainly going to limit East Carolina. Nice transition. Williamson, look at that pull-up, and we can see what Coach Cardozo is talking about, the potential that she has to be one of the best in Temple history.
6-point lead for the Temple Owls. There's a look to Bennett. The skip to Rose, drives in, off-balance shots, and there's Bennett to clean it up right in front of the rim and gets the roll, and that is 8 points already for Bennett. And ECU within 4.
Tyler Bennett starting to play really well. Had a great game against Central Florida. At 6'4" right now, the tallest player on the floor, and she's using that to attack the glass. 8 points right now.
And 4 rebounds, and there is her first block shots right on cue.
And if you get in that paint, you're going to have to mess with Tyler Bennett. And the question is, do you pull up and take a shorter jump shot? Somehow you got to pull her to the top of the free throw line, get her up there.
Talked with Kim McNeil yesterday about scouting Bennett when she was in the portal to transfer. Good look to the inside, and the bucket again by Williamson. She has 8. But Kim McNeil said that she saw every single clip in Bennett's 4-year career at the Clemson Tigers to see what she was potentially getting and bringing Bennett into the program. Off-balance jumper, and that will not go. Thompson still scoreless for the Pirates.
And every shot Thompson takes is a difficult shot. There's Mia Davis running the floor. There's Bennett back, hands straight up. There's Williamson giving them a second shot opportunity, and the battle on the boards continues. Post players are going at it for both teams tonight. We knew it would be the center of attention, and they have not disappointed.
And you can tell that anytime that the Temple Owls get either against the edge of the paint or inside, how much they're thinking about, we need to alter the shot. So even if Bennett is just going straight up, or just her presence is impacting the psyche of how Temple is trying to finish near the rim.
Oh, yeah, someone with that presence at 6'4" really can get in your head and alter your shots. And Tyler Bennett does such a good job of just putting her hands straight up and not fouling.
Miranda Perea, number 11, is on the floor for the first time for Temple. This is Davis. She will shoot over the long outstretched arm of Bennett. And a good job elevating for the rebound. And ECU's Rose up the floor.
Well, and see, on that one, East Carolina went into man-to-man on the inbounds play, and that gave Mia Davis an opportunity to work from the high post and pull Tyler Bennett up, and she's so effective off the dribble.
Charge called against Raven Johnson of ECU. That gets the entire Owl bench to their feet.
This is one of the first times we've seen East Carolina's press that they love to run for the majority of the game. Dead ball made baskets, let them get set up. That's the way to beat it. Get it to the middle, go inside and opposite. It's already eaten 13 seconds off the shot clock before the Owls have gotten into their offensive set.
So this is Jaysha Clinton. Davis on the baseline and hemmed in, and that'll be a foul going against Sienna Josephs of ECU.
I found Mia Davis just catches and attacks, and against her, you've got to take that baseline away. She's going to just go to the rim. Temple using the horn sets, looking to go into the high-low, but Davis, no matter where you put her on the court, she is a scoring weapon.
And the thing with Davis, too, if you're looking for her to take a break, she's never leaving the floor. Played all 40 minutes in their win over Houston on Saturday. Leads the league in terms of minutes played, as that shot was blocked away off the glass by Bennett, but a foul by Sania Johnson of ECU, and the Pirates with their 4th foul of this second quarter.
And that's just how smart Mia Davis is. She's struggling under the basket. She's not going to get easy looks against Tyler Bennett in her lane. So she said, fine, I'm going to take you to the perimeter and I'm going to take you off the dribble. Puts it on the floor and goes to the rim. There's Tyler Bennett right there, just with the extra work on the glass.
So one more coming here from Mia Davis. 4 points through the first half for Davis. And now sitting at 20-88 in her career. An astonishing number as Thompson comes back on the floor for ECU. Good coaching there by Kim McNeil. Tonight, Thompson, we've seen her over the last few weeks. She loves to open up the scoring early in the contest. Struggling dealing against the Owl defense, especially from Emani Mayo, and is pulling her off the floor to get her a chance to settle down or reset.
Coach McNeil's always teaching. She's got a young team. You know, a team that's coming back from COVID, but she's always taking those opportunities to teach. She stays very calm on the sidelines, and her players continue to improve.
Pirates now 1 of 4 shooting in this second quarter. Temple enjoying its biggest lead of the game, up by 8. Owl squad that has already won 4 times on the road, including some big wins at Georgetown, at Villanova, and a conference road win over Cincinnati last week. But again, this is a team similar to ECU. ECU basically had his program shut down for a couple of weeks with the COVID protocols.
Front runner losing the tie win to UCF this week. Coach Katie Abrahamson and her team, we got a chance to see them here last week, playing so well right now with, I guess, maybe an upset, but they're very confident that they can win this thing.
Free throws for Temple. Emani Mayo, whose twin sister was on this Temple squad as a walk-on for the last several years, now a graduate assistant coach for the Temple Owls. On the bench here tonight, watching her twin sister knock down a couple of free throws.
Staying in the Temple family, Coach Cardoza and her staff, Wade Vini, Wilnett Crockett, they've all been together for so long. Such a good staff. Players, coaches, such good teachers. And now one of their own on the sidelines with them.
Thompson just determined to try and get involved. Now 0 for 4, but again, they are bottling her up on that drive, making things very difficult on her. And Temple quietly has built a 10-point lead. And only 5 points so far from Davis. And a nice balanced attack, and there's a travel. A little handoff was attempted to be given to Perea, but she had turned her back in the play. Thompson turns it over. And Davis now gets a rare moment on the bench, back on the floor for the Owls.
And the East Carolina matchup zone is so tough to play against. It's so tough to simulate when you want to prepare for it. And one of the ways to beat this zone, any zone, is to attack a gap. And unfortunately, that gap attack turned into a travel. But well-intentioned. There's the back cut, well covered by Temple. Pull-up jump shot.
Well, that was well executed by the Pirates. A shot that you need Raven Johnson to knock down.
East Carolina right now is actually executing very well on the offensive end. They're getting the shots they want. Coach Kim McNeil telling us they put in a few new sets, trying to get the ball in the hands of players they want to have it. They want to have open looks.
And this is Green. Had to adjust. Weak side offensive rebound by Bennett, but she put it on the floor, and that's the problem. And now 3 bodies are down on the deck. Tie up goes the other way to Temple.
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Patrick. Tyler Bennett, nice weak side rebound. Keep that ball up. Go right back up with it. You're the tallest player on the floor. Do not bring that ball down. Dead ball gives the Pirates an opportunity to get into their 1-2-2 3/4 court press.
And the ECU Pirates now scoreless over the last about 3.5 minutes, and Temple has methodically pulled away to a double-digit lead. UCF, SMU, and the Temple Owls, the only unbeaten teams in women's basketball in the American. But a couple of games to make up for the Temple Owls after a game against UCF and SMU, both postponed a couple of weeks ago due to COVID-19. So they will have a busy next week as they make up one of those games. Loose ball, and it just finds its way into the corner to Mayo, and a wide open path on the baseline. Temple by 12.
East Carolina with a little trapping of their own off that high screen. The ball got loose and fell right into the hands of Temple for the easy basket.
Deja Green nearly ran right past the dribble. And an offensive foul off of the ball going against the Pirates. Looked like the feet got connected. Acox of ECU called for the foul. And that is 5 on ECU in this second quarter against none for the Temple Owls. Player control, so no free throws, but could be quite a few free throws the remaining 4:20 of this second quarter for the Owls. Well, this is a perfect spot for Temple to be in. On the road, up 12, and in confident control.
And Temple shoots almost 71% from the free throw line, so they get to the free throw line a lot. Right now, they're really attacking the basket, giving themselves an opportunity.
And that's going to be a walk on Shantae Taylor.
Pirates are getting it done on the defensive end of the floor. They just have to find ways to score. And as we said, they're getting good shots. They're getting second shots. They're just not falling for them right now.
And this has been the issue from time to time for the Pirates over the course of the year. In the rare instance where Tania Thompson either struggles to score or meets her match with a solid defensive opponent, where the points come from for ECU. We saw in a graphic earlier in the game about 4 double figures in ECU's last game. Here's Deja Green creating. That's a low percentage shot, and the rebound to Taylor of Temple.
And you see the versatility of Mia Davis on the perimeter, able to switch guard to guard and cover it with those quick feet.
Gordine back to Clinton in the corner, almost on that sideline. One-handed pass deflected right to a drive, and then throw back out to Clinton with 9 to shoot. A step back 3, and Clinton misses. And the rebound goes out of bounds off the hands of Thompson of ECU.
And if you're the East Carolina defense, that's the kind of shot you want, a contested outside shot, trying to go with a double post set down there. Mia Davis looking for the ball, calling for the ball. Credit the East Carolina ball pressure, takes away vision, makes it difficult to pass the ball inside. And then if you do get it inside, you got to deal with a 6'4" defender.
And meanwhile, Clinton, who took that off-balance step-back 3, is getting some instruction on the bench. And a driving layup by Davis of Temple, plus the foul. Owls now lead by 14.
Mia Davis is so dangerous from the high post. The catch and go, splits defenders, powers it to the rim, so tough. Continues to add to her over 2,000-point career scoring total. That's her sweet spot. She gets it up there. She's just like a bulldozer going to the rim.
Again, needs 17 tonight to get to 2,100. She has 7 on 2 of 9 shooting. And there is her 8th of the game. So that is 11 straight now by Temple. ECU has gone scoreless for over 5.5 minutes. And that's the reason they're down by 15. Poor entry pass by Thompson, but mishandled by Temple Shantae Taylor. Lost it over the end line. That's a break for the Pirates.
Shantae Taylor giving her team some good minutes on the offensive end, on the defensive end. She's experienced. She may have set out for 2 seasons, so she's been in this program for a while. What a great player to bring off the bench to give your post players a little bit of relief.
Well, this is one of those games where your star, Tania Thompson, just is not really plugged into this game. Can't get clean looks. Up high for the rebound there, and then undercuts, and a dangerous foul. Thompson is all right.
You see the athleticism of Thompson on that. She got up for that rebound. And the thing about her is she's just going to stay focused. Look, she gets up so high, and Emani Mayo undercuts her a little bit, and the ball's going to stay with East Carolina. I like the hustle by Emani Mayo, too. She knows her job. She knows her role. And she right now is winning the battle with Tania Thompson.
Yeah, her role tonight is simply to lock down #1 for ECU. This is Thompson. She'll shoot a 3 over Mayo late to get to this spot. Offensive rebound for the Pirates.
And Bennett again. Another second chance opportunity for the Pirates because of Tyler Bennett.
That's 6 rebounds now for Bennett. They looked at the inside. Bennett broke free. Handles a tough pass and then throws that to midcourt. And Thompson was on the midcourt stripe trying to save that pass. There's things out of sorts right now for ECU in the half court as we approach 2:29 left in the first half.
And that's what the defensive pressure that Temple can put on you. It does to you. It speeds you up, gets your offense out of rhythm. Looking for the high-low, getting that ball into the high post, sweet spot. Mia Davis working hard against Bennett, and we've got another travel.
The 11th turnover of this first half by Temple. And you and I, Debbie, have seen a lot of ECU games, particularly games here in Greenville. This is one of the longest routes offensively that the Pirates have had all year. They're over 6 minutes.
Yeah, and East Carolina is a team that creates offense with their defense, and right now they're not able to really get it going on either end of the floor. They score, they can get in their press, and they haven't been able to score. As we see tonight, Thompson, she just drives into 3 defenders. Clearly, Temple has that play scouted, that clear out. Pirates fighting back for the ball.
Heavy effort by the ECU Pirates to take that ball away. Credit to Isis Adams. And a whole lot of frustration on a whole lot of players' faces, and one head coach, Tanya Cardozo.
Just like the battle underneath. Both these players want this game so bad. Just competing hard.
And again, no fouls called on this play until right there.
The officials are really letting these teams play tonight, which I really like.
The shot clock at 20. ECU gets it in. And Tania Thompson back on the Pirate bench. Around a curl, Raven Johnson was held. That'll be a foul going on Clinton of Temple, but just the 3rd foul on the Owls in the second quarter.
And Owls continuing that switch on the perimeter. Move their feet so well, they take away driving lines.
Meanwhile, Tania Thompson for the Pirates 0 for 5. 1 rebound, 1 assist. And back on the bench with her team down by 15, which gives an idea what Kim McNeil is not getting out of Thompson here in this first half. Just trying to settle her down one more time and see who will step off offensively for the Pirates.
In the meantime, Temple subbing another 6'2" player. Freshman eligibility-wise, but played last year. Pereira's a transfer from George Washington. She comes in. And one thing Temple has this year that they may not have had in years past is a bench. A deep bench with a lot of talent. A lot of kids that are still learning, but players they can sub and give their other players a break.
A couple of offensive rebounds on that possession by the Pirates. Foul by Temple. And again, the work being done by Tyler Bennett of ECU. Kept that one alive, grabbed into the rebound.
Oh, when you're down and you need to cut into this lead, you got to do it with your defense, or you got to do it on the offensive glass and get second chance opportunities for your team. And Tyler Bennett just putting on a show on the glass tonight.
This is now 7 minutes without a point for the Pirates. Trailing by 15, minute and a half left in the first half. This is Bennett in the lane, and she's been the top offensive scorer for the Pirates in this game. Can't get that one to go.
And that's a great execution on the screen, the screener play, and they got the look they wanted, but again, just unable to knock it down.
ECU now has missed 12 of its 13 shots in this second quarter. Gardine to the baseline. Davis against the double team, had to reload. Tough angle, no good off glass.
I just even wonder how she gets that shot off.
Just it's the upper body strength. inside a minute. Green from distance, and finally, first points for the Pirates in over 7.5 minutes.
That's the answer they needed. Way to step up, Deja Green. Knock that shot down for your team. Pirates need to stop right here. A stop and a score. Get a little momentum going into the locker room.
Gordine finds Davis drifting to the hole, beat the defender, and the easy bucket for Mia Davis.
And just a smart high to low cut by Mia Davis. She finds the hole in the zone. Beautiful pass and an easy lay-in for her.
It has been a very quiet 10-point first half for Mia Davis. Shot clock is off. Pirate basketball down by 15. Adams to Johnson. That's off the side of the glass. Got it back. 6 seconds left. Green, a long three. And that's a microcosm of the second quarter for the Pirates. They go 2 of 16 from the floor. Outscored 15-4 by the Temple Owls. And Tania Thompson, the number 2.
They're going to roll the dice and gamble. And Emani Mayo may be the star of this game, the unheralded star of this game right now for the incredible defensive job she's doing on Tania Thomas.
And even right now, as ECU gets ready to inbound it at half court, Mayo is only about 2 feet away from Tania Thompson as she guards Thompson in the left corners. Second half underway. Pirates again went dry for about 7.5 minutes in that second quarter. And there's an offensive foul and an illegal screen against the Pirates. If that's Chambers, that's 3.
And I like the play call, a little staggered screen. Good job by the coaching staff, and just a little mishap on that for Raven Johnson. Was able to get to the rim, but more timeouts, the more ATOs, they get an opportunity to diagram a play and look to score.
So 15 seconds into the third quarter, Chambers does indeed pick up her third foul, stays on the floor. And ECU forced to defend down 15, a 3-second violation against the Owls. And now Chambers will depart right back to the bench, and ECU brings on the floor Isis Adams, the freshman from Kernersville.
That was Alexa Williamson got called for that 3 seconds. So we start the half off with 2 turnovers.
Yeah, both teams had 12 in the first half. Williamson, very solid opening quarter for Temple, shows big, and now readjusts defensively. Raven Johnson on the take, and she will head to the free throw line, and that'll be the first set of free throws for the Pirates all game. Foul goes against the freshman Anaya Gordine. That'll be her third.
Well, and you asked what was the answer for Tania Thompson, but it's right here. It's give Raven Johnson the ball and let her attack the rim. They hadn't gone to the free throw line. Raven Johnson's a very capable scorer, and she continues to improve with every game, and they're calling her number right now, and she's going to get to the free throw line for an opportunity to knock down 2.
They scored 22 points in the win over Cincinnati, which was her highest scoring game since November of 2018 against Wake Forest, but only 2 points in the follow-up here tonight. And one more free throw coming for Johnson. Misses them both.
She's so long and athletic, probably their most athletic player. She plays the top of that press so well. She's their fastest player.
Pass through the lane, poked away. Steal by Bennett and the Pirates. This is where ECU needs to capitalize.
Both these coaches, they want to make this game ugly. They've told us that, and that's what this game is right now, UGLY.
And again, Mayo guarding Thompson. Ball does not get to her, and the jumper from above the foul line knocked down by Isis Adams. Her first points of the game.
And again, beautiful execution. That was a great screen. Got Adams the open look, and there she goes knocking it down. And because they score, now East Carolina is able to get into their press. Temple methodically breaking the press. You know, they worked on that all week. Coach Cardozo telling us sometimes they put 6, 7 guys on the floor to try to simulate something that's really hard to simulate. Great ball movement, an extra pass by Mia Davis.
And Thompson, good job corralling that rebound. And ECU hasn't had an opportunity to string back-to-back buckets together very often tonight. This is a big possession for the Pirates.
Well, and good job by Thompson there. You know, if you're having a hard time scoring, help your team in other ways. Go to the glass, play defense. And right now, she's just removing herself from the picture and letting her teammates do it.
And there's Rose's first bucket. And that was the first time all night that we've seen Mayo not guard Tania Thompson. It was Gordine, the freshman, with 3 fouls against Thompson, who never had a touch on that set. But the Pirates have gotten back-to-back hoops from Adams and Rose and cut it to 11.
Temple switching, but I think Coach Kim at halftime telling her team, you know, we have other people who are capable of scoring. Let's go. Somebody else step up to the plate. And now we see other members of the Pirates. And we've got a whistle right here.
Yeah, behind the play, just as the Pirates were about to attack on a 3-on-2, the official from behind the play called the play dead. And I think there might have been an issue with maybe blood on a jersey or an issue. I'm not sure what this stoppage was about. As it is, Gordine checks out for the Temple Owls.
Not sure what happened on that one, but it did take away perhaps an opportunity. Nice execution by East Carolina.
To the inside, Adams the recipient, and the Pirates have scored 6 straight, and they're right back in it.
And both these coaches telling us you need to get easy baskets against these two stellar defenses. That was great execution. That was an easy basket.
And this is Clinton, stripped. And the takeaway by the Pirates. They look ahead quickly. Thompson leads the 2-on-1. Driving layup. Yes. First points of the game. And the foul. And it's 8 straight by ECU. And they've cut a 15-point deficit to 7.
This is where top 7-point game.
So 23 minutes into the game. Tanaya Thompson is in the scorebook. But she can have a huge impact the rest of the way for the Pirates. She's at the line to try and complete a 3-point play, interrupted by a Temple timeout, and does. And now we'll see ECU throw out that pressure. We'll see how Temple handles it now that the Pirates are on a push. Here comes the trap. There's the deflection. And right into the hands of Clinton. Williams into the hole. Misses from short range, and Rose has it for the Pirates. They want to run again. Rose gets around Clinton. Nice little bounce pass finds Tanaya Thompson. Don't look now, but ECU can get to within 4 or 3 on this possession. Rose got around Williamson, but there's the block by Perea of Temple.
And there's that height of Temple defending the rim.
Davis out of control, the bailout. That foul goes on Alexia Rose of ECU. That's number 3. Kim McNeil hands on her forehead because defensively they had the Owls right where they wanted them there. Davis was angling through the lane with really nowhere to go.
Probably not the best shot selection by Rose, trying to go into the land of the Giants. And inbounds execution for both teams tonight. Well done.
So there's Williamson into double figures. Big dive cut taking the out of bounds pass. And Temple back up by 8. It's been a 9-2 run by ECU to open up this third quarter. Here's Bennett against Williamson, knocks her over and called for the offensive foul.
But you know what, Patrick, I really like the call to run the isolation on the block for Tyler Bennett. You saw that little left-hand jump hook. She's really talented, and her team needs her, and feeding her the ball, giving her more shot opportunities.
And this is one of those nights where she's feeling it. Second foul, though, on Bennett. And a dangerous pass stolen away by Bennett. Lead to Johnson with the left hand, leaves it short. And Davis the rebound. And Davis, if she looks ahead, has Mayo all alone. And Clinton, though, a pass through the lane. Williamson got fouled. Early charge against Adams of ECU. And the Pirates have been right on the doorstep the last couple of possessions, but turnovers costly.
But you have to convert. You do the work on the defensive end. You create the havoc. You come up with the deflections and the steals, and you want to turn those into points on the other end. What ECU did so well against Cincinnati is they turned 31 turnovers into 30 points. And that was the biggest difference in the game.
Yeah, the first half tonight, 12 Temple turnovers converted, though, only to 4 points. And that's just not enough, not on this type of ECU squad.
Especially when you're having such a hard time scoring in the half court against Temple. You got to find other ways to make it happen.
2 now in double figures for the Owls. Williamson has 10. Davis has 10. And the Temple lead is 10. Rose out for the Pirates. Deja Green returns. And here's Thompson curling through. Got her on 4 different Owl defenders, but missed the layup. Out of bounds to ECU.
And I like that. You saw Raven Johnson and Taz Thompson switch positions in that play. Usually that's Taz going over the top looking for the isolation, but that time she was the secondary option coming off that curl screen.
And here is Raven Johnson called for the walk as she took the out of bounds pass. And another unforced turnover by the Pirates.
Official right on top of that one, traveling, a big point of emphasis this season.
10-point lead for the Owls. Breaking the pressure this time. It's a little bit more intensified for ECU as Perea pivots into a long 2. No, now they say it's a 3. One official had it for 2, looked at the other, and she said, nope, I have you behind the line. So Perea knocks down just her 5th three-pointer of the year.
And that was really nice execution against the press and a good find by Mia Davis to find Perea. That's the gamble in the press, giving up open threes on the backside.
There's a foul on Perea, the native of Altoona, Pennsylvania. 13-point lead for Temple. ECU got as close as 6 just a moment ago. 38-25 Temple.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones. And
this year, and she's become now a big-time force for the Temple Owl program. One that she felt like by the time that she leaves Philadelphia, it could be realized as maybe one of the all-time best players to ever come through the Temple program, which is saying quite a lot.
Indeed, and you like to see that when you become a junior, you add focus, you gain confidence, you've been through the wars, you've learned a lot, and hopefully you're playing 2 good years of basketball.
Clinton just a little bit late. She thought she had the clean steal. Went to the other end of the floor and then looked back at the official and said, "You called the foul on me?" Yes, that is number 3 on Jaisha Clinton, who is lightning quick. 2nd year in the program, still a freshman due to the COVID-19 carryover of eligibility from last year. The Virginia High School Gatorade Player of the Year a couple of years ago out of Princess Anne High School, which is extremely well known for producing outstanding Division I women's basketball players.
And Coach Darnell Dozier gets it done year after year. She won 3 state championships while she was in high school. Coach Wayne Edavini, the recruiting coordinator, she's from the Hampton Roads area, played for Boo Williams herself, knows Coach Dozier very well. So it's a nice pipeline for this Temple team from the Hampton Roads area.
2nd foul on Davis. ECU sends Isis Adams to the foul line. 4 points all in this quarter for Adams. And she's been a nice spark for Kim McNeil when the Pirates needed a couple of sparks. ECU down by 15 points at halftime. If you're joining us a little bit late, they went almost 8 minutes without scoring in that 2nd quarter. But fought right back into this game here in the 3rd quarter, although they trail here by 12. They cut a 15-point spread down to 6. They're now trying to rely on defense. Had some turnovers to get back into this one.
I like how methodical they are against the press. They know the power of the East Carolina press. They're going to take their time. They're going to break it, and then they'll use the remaining 15, 20 seconds to get a good shot. There's the trap in the corner.
Close out in the corner. Deflected pass. Tanaya Thompson ahead of the pack.
Williamson almost caught her.
Lead down to 10. And ECU wanted to walk. Didn't get the call. And Temple, though, finds the open slot in the lane and just thrown in by Williamson.
Williamson sprints down the defensive end and then gets back on the offensive end for the bucket.
Yeah, I guess if there's any question about the stamina and the legs of this Temple Owl team after about 2 weeks without playing a game, the questions have been answered. And Williamson doesn't give up on a play. Thompson got around the screener, throws up a tough shot on the baseline, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Temple basketball.
Temple's just making everything Taz Thompson does so difficult right there. She got a screen, post screen on the free throw line. Just unable to go strong to the rim. Defense collapses. But I like how she's just same demeanor. She stays in it. She doesn't show it if she's frustrated. She keeps playing hard, contributes to her team in a lot of other ways.
Now 2 of 10 shooting tonight, Taz Thompson. 3:20 for the 3rd quarter. Temple ball up by 12.
Temple's done a great job controlling the tempo of this game. They run when they have it. They take their time against the press. They take their time in the half court as Perea launches another 3 and drills it.
Barely played in the first half, and Karana Perea back-to-back threes in this 3rd quarter.
Temple, not a great three-point shooting team. Both these teams shooting 25% on the season.
Well, Temple has had the counterpunch after the early 3rd quarter run by ECU to really feel the hot breath on their necks. But Temple has knocked down 4 straight shots, a couple of big threes from Perea. And the lead back to 15, which matches the biggest of the game. And here is Perea, big advantage size-wise on Thompson. Stepping through the trap on the sideline and throwing it in is Gordine.
Gordine, the freshman, with the floater. And we have a timeout.
And how fast things have changed for Kim McNeil's.
See at this point in the season what they're really made of.
Yeah, they'll take on USF next, then home to Cincinnati, the only winless team. Then back on the road at Memphis, at UCF. All of those games will be played before the end of January. So that's a wood chipper of a schedule facing Temple, but they're trying to grab another conference road win here tonight, leading by 17. And they have withstood the ECU run in this third quarter as Davis tees up a three. And here comes ECU on the run with Tania Thompson leading the way.
Mia Davis is only shooting 13% from the three-point line this year, which is strange for her, but she's not going to hesitate. If she's open, she's going to fire away. I love her confidence.
Well, those are the kind of shots tonight for Tania Thompson. She has not had a clean look at the basket. It's been a really tough night going against Mayo, but off of the dribble, trying to find an area where she can rise. There's always been some help side, but it's always been off balance, under pressure. Just been one of those really difficult nights for Thompson, who's now 2 of 11. And Perea to the free throw line for Temple after Thompson committed the foul.
Well, when you look at the future of the Temple team, and here's Perea, the transfer from GW. This is her second year, but eligibility-wise, a freshman, so she's got 3 more seasons to play. And while this Temple team will graduate Mia Davis and Emani Mayo and some great talent, they've got a lot of great players up and coming who are getting valuable minutes this season.
So 1 of 2 for Perea. 46-28 is the lead. 8 straight points now by Temple. Thompson again just can't get rid of Mayo. 14 to shoot. Thompson again takes the screen. There's the help by Williamson. And how hard it is for Tania Thompson is to work to get anywhere remotely close to the rim. Does draw contact and a couple of free throws for the ECU leader.
And you see how athletic Williamson is on that high edge. I mean, they can come out and defend ball screens. And Tania Thompson gets that ball back. She's trying anything she possibly can to help her team to get on the scoreboard. And she powers her way to the rim. She's a great free throw shooter. Gets herself to the line. Give her team another 2 points right here.
Third foul on Williamson. She will head to the Temple bench. Pirates down 18. And Tania Thompson now has 6 points in the game, all coming in this third quarter. So Thompson rolls in a pair. And ECU will commit fully to the pressure defense off of the made free throw. And can they turn the Owls over? And we get a quick whistle and a foul going on ECU.
Gordine walking away from that one, keeping it together.
They may take a look at the monitor here. I think there might have been some maybe above the shoulder contact there. So a quick whistle was called. Both teams have now been instructed to head to their benches, and the 3 officials will get together at midcourt.
Yeah, we'll see what the officials decide on this. We're going to get to see a little replay right here and see what happened. But Gordine clearly walking away from that, visibly upset. So we see a push right there in the back.
And there's the elbow
the retaliation
swung by the freshman, and the retaliation from Raven Johnson. So is the right elbow swinging back from Anaya Gordine, and then it looked like Raven Johnson, after she took that blow, went after Gordine.
Took a little swing.
Might have been a little swing or perhaps a punch. It's all on the interpretation of these coaches, or probably of the officials. And the officials haven't even looked at the review yet. They were at midcourt as a group talking it over, and now the officials will go to the monitor here.
Well, and Coach Cardozo right now, just with Gordine, the freshman, just trying to calm her down. It's all part of the game, too. This is the mental toughness part of the game, being able to handle this, not react, walk away. But we'll see what the officials do here if they call a double foul. Clearly, somebody's going to get called for some type of flagrant foul here. Neither of those were basketball plays, in my opinion.
I mean, we could see a double foul. We could see perhaps an ejection. We'll see what the officials decide to do. It sounds like they're announcing over the PA system fouls on both Raven Johnson and Anaya Gordine. But will there be any other penalties here on the backside as they take a look through the DB Sport toggle switch and take a look at the contact?
And if we do have a double technical foul, we'll just go back to the point of interruption, so play will resume from where it was. But you're right, Patrick. We'll see if the officials attach anything else to this.
So it's the 4th personal foul on Gordine. Johnson with her 2nd. Let's take another look and let you put on the referee whistle here and make a decision on what you think could happen.
So we've got some contact here, and then we've got the elbow swing to the head, and that is a flagrant foul right there. And then we've got, hard to see what that was, but Gordine's fired up by that one, either a push or, and the two of them obviously non-basketball plays. Perhaps the officials come back with the double technical. No room for that in the game. And from the, walking out after this, you got to keep your composure, maintain your cool. Let that be water under the bridge. Officials look like they're going to come back with a decision. Yeah,
so 2 of the officials have taken a look, and now Tom Danher, the 3rd official, is brought over to get his interpretation of what they think that they saw. And again, it was the elbow from Gordine, and then it almost looked like an open hand shove toward the shoulder chin area, perhaps, of Raven Johnson.
And deciding if that elbow from Gordine was intentional, any kind of elbow to the face contact is going to be a technical foul of some sort.
So Temple leading by 16. Minute 35 left in this 3rd quarter.
And ECU's not out of this one. We saw them, their capability of scoring those 8 points at the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
As the officials are now done taking a look at it. We've already had technical fouls assessed through the PA announcer and the stats that we're looking at. So technicals have been both assessed against Johnson and Gordine. Now the question is, will there be anything above and beyond what has already been called? And I would have a hard time believing that there won't be anything tacked onto this. Will players be DQ'd? Let's see. We know once this conversation ends with the officials, they'll call both head coaches Kim McNeil and Tony Cardoza to center court to discuss. And now here come the coaches. And you can always tell by the reaction of the head coaches, as they're going to keep some social distancing here. The reaction on their face will tell you if they agree with the call or disagree.
Neither of them look too happy right now.
That's not the look of a head coach who is really quite buying into what she's hearing so far.
I think when they get a chance to watch the film, they will see the responsibility of both players, but that's so hard to see all the way down on the other end. Coach Cardoza clearly not happy with the call.
Yeah, she was pretty animated and still is on the Temple sideline. And I believe we will have one of the officials come over here and enlighten us. They normally do. And it looks like they have agreed to not further assess any penalties. Would be
a double technical foul. Play resumes from the point of interruption.
So we will now continue. Will be Temple basketball. 46-30 lead on ECU. And now Gordine will check off the floor. And again, with that technical foul assessed to Gordine, that's her 4th foul of this game. So she will sit toward the end of the Temple bench. And here we go. Deflected pass on the inbounds and a quick whistle, trying to keep control in this game, I would imagine, for the last 11.5 minutes.
Mia Davis is going to get called for that foul. That's nice defense by the Pirates, taking away the first pass, and then the pressure release option comes from half court. Mia Davis getting called for the foul, taking that away, putting Tyler Bennett on the free throw line.
And Bennett, 38% free throw shooter this year, gets 2. It remains a 16-point Temple lead. Minute 34 left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, for East Carolina to get back in this, they're going to have to score, but they're going to have to do it with their defense. They're going to have to turn it up a notch. They're going to have to come up with second shot opportunities like that one right there by Taz Thompson. Great job on the offensive glass.
And now Thompson finally has a matchup she likes. Rose out front against Clinton. Backs her up with 9 in the shot clock. Thompson going against Perea, sets the screen, gets the throwback with 4. A long 3 by Thompson, barely skimmed the iron, and it's out of bounds to Temple.
You see Thompson playing the 4 spot for East Carolina right there on that screen. The screener play off that fade screen, a little bit out of her range on that 3, but coaching staff just trying anything they can to get her open looks at the basket.
Well, that's what you anticipated at halftime that Kim McNeil might have to do to get Mayo off of Tanaya Thompson. So Temple gets it in, closing in on 1 minute left in the third quarter. Owls by 16. Their biggest lead has been 18.
Temple in no hurry right now. 16-point lead. The clock is their friend. They're taking their time again, controlling the tempo of this game, doing a great job with that. Mia Davis has the isolation.
Oh, nice block by Bennett. Got a lot of ball, but there's a foul called.
I think Bennett got her with her other hand on her hip. And that was a play just run for Mia Davis to pull Tyler Bennett away from the basket, take her to the rim.
It's number 3 on Bennett. And ECU over the limit, so Davis back to the free throw line. Davis 10 points tonight. 2,093 in her Temple career. And there has been only one other Temple player who has scored more points in an Owl career than Davis. That's Marilyn Stevens back in the early 80s. 2,194. Davis, if she stays injury-free through the rest of the year, will depart the Philly campus of Temple as the all-time scorer in Temple Owl women's basketball history.
It's quite an accomplishment because there have been some pretty impressive players that have worn that Temple Owls uniform.
And she's also going to leave number 2 all-time in a rebound. Little stumble by Thompson, 6 in the shot clock. Rose over Mayo, no good. And the rebound tipped into the hands of Taylor. And the shot clock is off. Temple has possession, leading by 17.
Another tough contested jump shot. Great defense by the Temple Owls, making everything East Carolina is doing difficult.
Final 8 seconds. Well, isolation play. Davis attacking Bennett. Offensive rebound blocked away as the horn sounds. Good defense by ECU on the interior, but Temple maintains control. A 17-point lead for the Owls heading to the fourth.
Made 4, so shot 44% from the free throw line. So not a lot going right on the offensive end right now for East Carolina, and the Temple defense is going strong.
Yeah, Temple's defense has limited ECU to 27% shooting through the first 3 quarters. 13 out of 49. So the fourth quarter underway. Temple up by 17, and a timeout taken by Tanya Cardoza just before that ECU trap near midcourt got some teeth sunk in. So we will take a timeout. 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. Temple up by 7. Way mark of the opening quarter. It was a 16-12 Temple lead after 1. ECU trailed by 15 to the break, score the first 9 out of intermission, but then Temple immediately replied with 7 straight, and it's now a 17-point lead for the Owls early fourth quarter.
The Pirates are going to need to score so they can get in their press. They're going to need, there's a trap right there. I like the trap coming out of halftime, and there we go. The trap creates an opportunity. Little break here. Don't have numbers. Smart decision to pull it out. They need every possession they have to use as a scoring opportunity. Again, not wise driving into 6-1 and 6-2 when you're 5-7.
Shot clock down to 11. Rose gets the screen, tries to turn the corner, and that shot hit the underside of the rim. Loose ball, scrum on the deck, and we'll get a tie-up, and the arrow keeps it with the Pirates.
And I like that Rose is attacking, but she's just not making wise decisions in her shot selection. You cannot, at her size, drive into players that are that tall. You got to pull up sooner, create an opportunity for a pass to your teammate.
Well, again, at the top of the show, we talked about the scoring that ECU has needed to help buttress Tanaya Thompson. And it's been a very tough night offensively, not only for Thompson, but for most of the other ECU players, as Green misses a 3. ECU had 4 in double figures in a win on Cincinnati, but tonight Rose is 1 for 7, Green is 1 for 8, Johnson's 1 for 8, and Thompson just 2 out of 12.
Temple has made every shot they take difficult. And that's what you get from a good defensive team. If they want to force one contested outside shot. Tyler Bennett did a good job keeping her team in the game, pulling offensive boards. Tonight Thompson's been crashing the boards. The tempo has had control of the tempo of this game.
Yeah, the Owls just have
And they've controlled it with their offense, as you see right now, but they've also controlled it with their defense by speeding East Carolina up, not letting them do the things they want to do.
Yeah, the Owls have just kind of broken the spirits of ECU's offense most of the night. Good job by Green to keep that ball in bounds. And it goes out of bounds. Green can't believe it went off for her, but that was the call. It will belong to Temple.
Great hustle by Jaysha Clinton to get back on defense. East Carolina able to come up with the turnover, but Jaysha Clinton hustles back, able to knock it off of Deja Green. This dead ball will let East Carolina get in their press.
So Thompson and Bennett check out for the Pirates. 17-point lead for Temple. They break the pressure. There's a trap. And now Temple will do what they've done most of the night, which is take the shot clock well beneath 10. Holmes jumps it to Clinton. This is a 3. And the loose ball picked up by ECU, and almost a backwards tackle there by Williamson. And it just looks like the tempers and the attitudes of the Pirates are kind of teetering on a razor's edge right now as Green gets fouled by Williamson.
And that's the American. These teams know each other so well. It's always tough night in and night out. Both these teams so competitive. Everybody wants to win. You get to see Mia Davis in that last possession. How much her versatility. She breaks the press. She sets up the offense. Then she rebounds. She does so much for this Temple team. Double high post look. Chambers faces. Temple just understanding personnel, backing off the players that can't shoot from the high post, running that weave.
Adams skids a bounce pass. Raven Johnson three-pointer is short. A long rebound out near midcourt, grab by Rose. Leans in. She thought she got fouled. That was a line drive shot off of the glass. And again, there have been very, very few clean looks by ECU's offense in that half court tonight.
Temple does a great job defending on ball. They take away the straight line drive. They move their feet. They don't have to call for help too often. Mia Davis for 3. And there it is.
2 for Davis. Biggest lead of the night for the Owls. Thompson back on the bench for ECU. Adams jumps it through traffic. It's off the hands of Tiara Chambers, and ECU turns it over for the 19th time.
Both teams looking a little bit tired right now. We talked about COVID is taking its toll, and these teams are getting back in the swing of things. Coach Cardozo said they basically took 2 weeks off. They were able to do some individual work, but they did not practice as a team for 2 weeks. Temple's going to take their time and eat this clock and make the defense come to them. Work it down to 10 seconds. Spread the floor out. 3 from the corner.
Long rebound, Davis.
Long shot, long rebound.
Jumped out to the freshman Clinton. She'll repel out near midcourt, and then we'll take another chunk off of the shot clock. Clinton calls the play. Turns past the screen, sprints the hole, and gets the roll on the road. 5 for Clinton, and a 21-point Temple lead, biggest of the game.
Great call. Clinton, beautiful off that high screen. Goes to her left and just dips it over the rim. Uses the glass. Really pretty execution that they have. They're going to be quite a force to reckon with.
So there's a look at Clinton. 2 out of 6 from the field. 8 assists, though, for Clinton tonight. Couple of rebounds. But she has handled the Temple offense and the game clock and the shot clock very well tonight. Deja Green can't drop it off. It's knocked out of bounds by Temple.
Pirates just keep trying to attack that rim off that double high screen. Defended again so well by Temple.
There's Bennett, deflected pass. Deja Green. Not an easy look right there for Green. 4 points tonight for Deja, the Virginia Tech transfer.
She's solid from mid-range with the pull-up, though. I'd like to see her use it more.
Tough little diagonal fade. Oh, Clinton was thinking that was assist number 9. Instead, a loose ball. Thompson pries it out of there, and here's Raven Johnson splitting through a 1-on-2. And a nice finish by Johnson. 4 quick ones by ECU. Pirates have one timeout left, trailing by 17. And again, here comes the basketball handed off to Clinton. She will slow things down one more time.
I said Johnson had 22 in that win in Cincinnati, and she's had a solid performance tonight, and she's a bright spot right now for the Pirates.
No foul on the inside. Bennett cleans up the miss. Green finds Thompson. Right back to Green, who is open and can't knock down a 16-foot jumper. Immediate timeout in this fourth quarter has already been used, and we play on. 51-34 Temple.
Pirates' lowest scoring output on the season is 43 points against a very good UCF team. And right now, sitting at 34, you really have to credit this Temple defense for making offensive execution difficult, forcing difficult shots. And right now, as you said, Patrick, just managing in the clock. They're in no hurry, no reason to shoot early in the shot clock.
There's a little panache to Clinton's game as well, is it not?
She's just smooth and confident. For her age, this point in her career, all the confidence in the world. I love it.
Here's ECU 3-on-2 tonight. Thompson gets hard to the rim. 9 for Thompson. One short of getting back to double figures for a 9th straight game as Clinton accelerates ahead. And now Temple will throw back out and eat some more time.
And for as hard as a night as Thompson has, she's still going, and that's just a testament to her mental toughness, her leadership. Ball doesn't always fall. It's sometimes you have a tough shooting night, especially when you're the focal point of the opponent's defense.
So here's Clinton once again. Shot clock to 5. Enters Davis, quick baseline move, and a very nice spinning reversal right around Bennett with the shot clock about to expire.
Just so smooth.
Yeah, that'll be a tie-up, and it belongs to Temple. 3:08 for the fourth quarter. 53-36 Owls. We're on their way to a 4th straight win over Kim McNeil's Pirates.
Mia Davis, and we talked about the leading scorer in the conference in the Open. She has had a rough night too. She's 5 for 19 from the floor. It hasn't been the easiest offensive evening for her, but she also impacts the game in so many different ways due to her versatility and ability to contribute on both ends of the floor.
And she's had a lot of other help though. 14 points for Williamson. Takeaway by the Pirates. Green got fouled. A little reach in there against Williamson. That will do it for her night.
And the cardinal sin of press breaking is dribbling the ball across half court on the sideline. It gives the defense 4 defenders right there creating that turnover and then sending East Carolina to the free throw line.
So Williamson fouls out of the game. 14 points on 5 of 9. 6 rebounds. Now these teams will meet again in just a couple of weeks. February 6th up in Philadelphia. 2:53 left. Green misfires from the line. ECU is now 4 out of 10 from the free throw line tonight.
And that's going to be a place that they really have to improve. They're only shooting 59% on the season, and they get to the free throw line typically a lot. And that's how losing. You can lose games by missing free throws, and it's been important in this one and some other of their tight games. They're going to have to improve their free throw shooting if they want to see success in this really competitive American Conference.
Well, also, when you're not a good three-point shooting team like ECU, they don't rely on it, but they're not prolific at it. And ECU shot 27% from the field, 0 for 7 from 3 tonight, which means most everything is coming from inside the three-point line. If you're getting to the free throw line and you're dead last in the league in free throw percentage, a lot more things need to go right to win tight games in conference play.
Yeah, and when there's Tania Thompson knocking down that 3, finally got an open look and a beautiful shot from behind the arc, and that'll be her 9th double-digit scoring game in a row.
14-point game. ECU does have 4 fouls to give before Temple gets to the free throw line. 3, though, out of the corner. Book it from Emani Mayo, and that's probably going to do it.
And we said she doesn't shoot it a lot, but Emani Mayo is a very good three-point shooter. The defense helped off of her. Jaisha Clinton finds her with a nice assist.
So 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. A look to the inside. Bennett the bucket. Nice delivery by Raven Johnson. And Bennett into double figures with 10. 56-41 Owls.
Temple is just going to manage this clock.
So Gordine back on the floor after that little melee earlier in the quarter. Loose ball picked out of there by ECU. Inside a minute and a half to go. Here comes Deja Green. Knocked a bit off balance. We play on. And tonight Thompson off the bounce. It'll fall away, no good. Davis the rebound for Temple. Rips it away and brings up the floor on her own.
She'll bring it out. Gordine will just take her time, going under a minute to play. And Temple very well may have held East Carolina to their lowest scoring output of the season.
And there's a 5-second violation against Gordine. She didn't think that Raven Johnson closed out enough. But it's a turnover against Temple. Well, we will hear from Tanya Cardozo following this game. We're in the middle of a 5-game and 12-day stretch. They will have a couple of different trips to Florida to take on USF, and then about a week later, UCF. And that'll be the true litmus test for where this Temple team is as we get a look at their next 5 games. There's the USF game coming up in just a couple of days, and they go to Orlando and take on UCF right now at the top of the standings on January the 31st. And you've seen all of those teams many times. How do they rank?
I just love their potential. I mean, they're bookended. They've got strong experience, and they've got all these new players with an endless ability to get better and better during the course of the season. And Coach Cardozo commented on her freshmen and how hard they work and how coachable they are. And I just see Temple as a team that continues to improve throughout the course of the season, and they'll be in a position to battle for the conference championship come the end of the season.
And now for the ECU Pirates as Thompson misses a 3 but gets fouled with 35 seconds left. ECU needs a breather because with games that have been rescheduled and due to COVID-19, they're playing their 4th game in 8 days. They will have a bye until next week. And Kim McNeil was talking about how welcome that would be once they got past this game. But their upcoming schedule, 3 of the next 5 on the road at Wichita State, at Tulane. Then they head up to Philadelphia and take on Temple. And SMU, which currently is 3-0, comes here in a couple of weeks.
Well, and 4 games in 8 days is tough for any team, especially a team coming off of COVID. So many players still trying to get their cardio back. And this was not the East Carolina team that we've seen this season. I mean, they just really struggled to score today, and credit Temple's defense. But another team that has tremendous potential, still putting the pieces together. 6-7 new players this season, still growing. So great defensive by the Temple Owls today. You got to give it up for them.
So the shot clock is off. The ball in the hands of Mia Davis, the leader for the Temple Owls, and she will head to her next game 2 points shy of 2,100. And the Temple Owls have defeated the ECU Pirates and remain unbeaten in the American. Final score, Temple 56, East Carolina 41. We'll hear from Tanya